私を呼び出す。
はい。
カイン様、瀬戸はこれに。
悪いけど、この森を調べてもらいたいんだ。サーチが効かないし、なんか変な感じだと思わない？瀬戸なら何かわかるかもしれないと思って。
確かに。
Considering that we don't have much of a season left of Aristocrats Otherworldly Adventure, I was really wondering, like, how are they going to wrap up this season? You know, considering this might be the only season of Aristocrats Otherworldly Adventure. Now, we've been on a really good track record of late with a lot of anime like Spirit Chronicles and stuff like that that aren't exactly great, but that, you know, they do pretty well when it comes to viewership. That beginning like a continuation of a season, right? If I can speak, I promise I didn't stutter just a little bit, but it's okay. But they've been getting continuations of seasons, and you know it's not out of the realm of this being able to get a other season, but the way that it's being wrapped up tells me that we're not going to, and I think that's okay. But I've been wondering how they're going to wrap up the season. Are they going to leave a really wide door open and just say things could happen? Or are they going to kind of close the door? And it seems like they're going to kind of not completely close the door, but close it enough that if a little wind pushes, it might close completely. And if a little wind pushes the opposite way, it might open back up. Now, what I mean by that is we're on episode number 11, and depending when you're watching this video is going to be very late. But when you're watching this, you know, the following episode, episode 12, is the last episode. And it seems that Cain is going to, in fact, fight Aaron, you know, the god of games, or the evil god of games, or whatever he is. And it seems like he is going to fight him. Now, the good thing for him, for Cain, is it seems that he's going to fight an incomplete version of the god of games, the evil god. And it seems that he could finally probably defeat him in that stature, which I think is a really good thing, because that means that Cain has a really good chance to win. So with that all in mind, we know that next episode we're actually going to get the fight between Cain and between the god of games. What did this episode do? Well, it kind of like served it up, right? It's kind of serving up how it's coming. So it transitioned us from all of his training and stuff over the last week or whatever it was, or the last episode. And it transitioned into this episode with him going back into school, becoming a student again, and they nicely transitioned us into summoning. Now, he already has two, not confidants, but he already has two familiars, okay? Which we know. He has the dragon, and then he has the dog, wolf, Fenrir, or whatever it is, okay? And this time, he practiced and he did the summoning in class, just like his schoolmates did. And of course, he ends up summoning his inner Rimuru, and he summons I called him Black from Rimuru from the Slime anime, but he basically summons the Prince of Darkness, a demon, like a demon lord type of person here. And this person, because of Cain's status, automatically submitted to him. Really funny. It reminded me a little bit of like Devil's a Part-Timer, kind of like, you know, like a little comedy here. I thought it was really cool. His name is Seth. And he is, in fact, a demon from another world, and he summoned him and all that other stuff. We find out later throughout the episode, because of the king, you know, like, what the hell happened in class, bro? The king and all that makes Cain show his status. He has leveled up a lot, and he is now considered a demigod. So with this in mind, the king has set out to go and make him a Viscount and give him territory. He said, yo, bro, if you want to go rule the world with your status, you could go do that right now. But he wants to make sure that everything's on the up and up. So he makes him a Viscount, gives him a territory, and he's going to be able to announce his engagement as well to his daughter. And right before, you know, the next kind of thing happens, we find out that Brother Jin's territory, his home territory, is being attacked by a lot of monsters. Apparently there's some kind of outbreak of monsters. Throughout the episode, we find out that it's really just all the monsters of the world being attracted to Aaron, because he, you know, he's now back in his form, right? The evil is spewing out of him. So we find that's out the really thing, but there's an outbreak of monsters. We see Millie, we see Nina again. We see my girl Tafana, which I love her quite a bit. She's like, yo, my dear husband, Really funny scene at the end of the episode after the credits where Tijuana's like, yo, who's Millie and who's Nina? Who are these people? And Millie was like, yo, I'm I'm his tutor. And then Nina was like, I'm his lover. And I was like, yo, girl, I knew you always had it out for him. So I thought that was really cool, too. So she's definitely in the mix as well. Obviously, Millie is, too, but Nina for sure. I thought that was a really funny thing. But basically, he goes, checks out the forest. He summons Seth. Seth summons a butler-type character. They start facing everything, and then the episode ends with Aaron being like, the follower of the old men, the old people, whatever. And that's kind of where we got off. So overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was a really good episode. I thought it was a really good setup for what's going to come in episode number 12. I thought that was really solid. I thought that was really good. And I can't wait to see kind of how they wrap it up. I can't wait to see his fight with Aaron. Hopefully his fight's pretty good. But I'm glad he has a little bit of an advantage, because his advantage is the fact that it seems that Aaron is, in fact, incomplete. And I think that's a big one, is him being incomplete means that even if Cain is quote unquote also incomplete with not being like this god level type character, he's a demigod, he's like Hercules at this point, so he's gonna have a really good shot as well. So I think that's really cool. So can't wait to see how they wrap it up. This might be the only season. A couple of things too before I let you guys go. It seems that there is I think they're working on a dub right now as well too. Yeah. So there's also a dub right now that's happening. So I can't wait to rewatch this again with the dub. Hopefully we get a good ending, because I think if you were to rewatch this in a binge fashion, I think it's really good and really enjoyable. Again, there are some duds of episodes, but overall it has been pretty good. And this all comes from Studio Magic Bus, who really hasn't worked on much recently, which is kind of crazy. It seems like they're like an early 90s type studio. And this is also in partnership with EMT Squared. And EMT Squared is the studio that did Beast Tamer, which I really liked, I think, a couple seasons ago. And then Kuma Bear, which I haven't caught up with this season. They also did Assassin's Pride, which I really like Assassin's Pride quite a bit. I know people don't like it, but I liked it quite a bit. Those are really the notable things that they did. They also did Love Tyrant a few years back as well, which I like that one as well. Oh, they did I'm Quitting Heroine, which was okay. So anyways, that's my review. This was good. I would say solid 7 out of 10 episode, which is a good rating, I think, and really good. So let me know what you guys thought. See you guys next week or whenever you watch this. Depending if when you watch this, if you watch this on when I'm actually publishing it, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, my friends. Peace.